Shall I do a quick review?
Is there such a thing?
Well, there is, yes. As You Like It.
Oh, yes.
Is it? Okay, so it's the new Kenneth Branagh film. Yeah, our Ken. And he was... Did he come on the programme?
He did, and he was most entertaining.
I'm a big fan of Kenneth Branagh. I used to really, really have a downer on Kenneth Branagh. I hated Dead Again. I thought it was absolutely terrible, dreadful again, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Couldn't be doing with him at all. And then, as so often happens nowadays, I realised that I was wrong, and I reassessed things.
Sounds so good every time you say it.
I know, but it's becoming more and more common. I'm sorry, as I'm drifting toward middle age. Old age, actually, in my case. So, Branagh has done some really brilliant Shakespeare. Primarily, his adaptation of Hamlet, which is an extraordinary piece of work, really makes that text accessible to all audiences. And when, in our younger years, when we were at Radio 1, it was the Radio 1 Movie of the Month. It was very important because it's a film that does work for teenagers. Hamlet does work for teenagers. I mean, actually, of course, the hero in Hamlet is a young hero anyway. That's why people like Mel Gibson will always want to do it, because it's got that young rebel thing. If there were motorbikes around, I'm sure there's a Hamlet with motorbikes. But Branagh's Hamlet is brilliant. Obviously, the Henry V, Love's Labour's Lost, which is kind of okay. Much Ado, which is great and romping. So now, As You Like It. Well, several problems with this. Firstly is As You Like It, As You Don't Like It. Me no like her. Sorry, can't do anything about it. Don't like the original Shakespearean text. Don't think it's funny. Don't get the sex change thing. Because it's one of those Shakespeare plays in which there's a dramatic convention. Somebody's a girl, decides to be a man, puts on a hat, nobody recognises her. Fine. I know it works for Superman. Sorry, what can you say? It just doesn't work for me. It works on theatre. Works when you're doing it on stage. If you do it in the cinema, I think you have to do something more than get Bryce Dallas Howard to put a hat on. Really, because it's still Bryce Dallas Howard. She got a hat on. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not a man, and she doesn't sound like a man. She doesn't look like a man. So, problem number one. Problem number two, comedy not funny. Problem number three, it's got the 7 Ages of Man speech in it, but it hasn't got a whole bunch else, apart from a lot of sort of, intertwined knots and sort of, nonsensical oodly-poodly. I mean, it's not one of Shakey's best ones.
When you say not one of Shakey's favourites, I instantly thought of This Old House.
Yes.
See, now that... it takes us into a whole different territory, doesn't it? I'm sorry I had that thought, really.
No, well, I think actually I'd rather listen to Shakin' Stevens doing This Old House than watch As You Like It. The other thing